Hello.
Hey, here we are.
Welcome back to the Only Ones Laughing podcast.
Episode 2.
With Aidan Barwick.
And Robert Marshall. Yeah. How are we all?
I'm good.
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh yeah, sorry.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
How are you though, Rob? Seriously.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah.
Not much difference from last week. Just work and staying indoors.
Staying indoors. Like all of you should be doing too. Stay in. Stay in. Stay in.
How are you though?
Oh, I'm top notch.
Yeah?
Yeah. Very happy since episode 1 went live.
Yeah.
It's been nice hearing some lovely feedback and comments.
Yeah, thank you everyone who listened.
Yeah, and if you haven't listened yet, you wouldn't know because you wouldn't be listening to this one, so that's pointless.
Mate, Inception.
That
is. Talking of Christopher Nolan, have you seen the
trailer?
The trailer for Tenet?
Tenet? I think.
Tenet?
Is it Tenet? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Like the official trailer's been released.
Going worldwide and it's blowing up and stuff. I haven't watched it though.
It's just really confusing.
Yeah, I got confused by the little teaser that they showed a while back.
I mean, that is a teaser, so it probably will be confusing. You little idiot.
You little idiot. It's just his films seem so over
just shut up.
Top confusing.
Nah, you're good. Those words don't need to be heard.
Okay. No, very fine. Yeah, it looks really good. Amazing. Can't wait to watch it.
That's more like it.
Mm.
But yeah, I love Christopher Nolan films and I love his over-the-top storylines.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tenet, it just looks really confusing at the moment. I don't really...
What is it about? Do we know what it's about?
Well, it's about stopping World War III, I think.
Right.
Like, 'cause I haven't read the synopsis, but just from watching the trailer, they actually say, like, we're trying to stop World War III. So I think that's what it's about.
You heard it here first.
But there's, like, I don't really get how it's working, because it's like they shoot the gun, but the bullet goes in reverse and goes into the gun. And, yeah, it's like a weird time-bending... To me, it kind of seems like Interstellar and Inception in one film.
Mm. Yeah, it does look very Inception-y.
Yeah.
Are they doing like a normal theatrical release? Like wait until this is all blown over?
Because the trailer, at the end, it just says, coming soon.
Mm.
Or no, it just says, coming to theatres.
So it is having a theatrical...
Yeah, but there's no date, it just says, coming to theatres.
Coming to theatres soon.
So,
yeah, big business, big money.
Interesting to see what happens with the film industry because of coronavirus. I feel like any creative industry is getting hit really hard with coronavirus.
Well, I did hear on Radio 1 on the way over here that Emmerdale has continued production.
Really?
Yeah, with like social distancing measures in place and stuff. Like they're carrying on filming.
God.
Thank God Emmerdale have figured out a way to carry on during these hard times.
God.
Absolutely mental.
It's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
I can't believe it's still going, to be honest.
And Hollyoaks, I always forget that that's a thing, but when I was a kid, that was like all my sisters watched.
I saw a clip on Facebook that's going around of it's Coronation Street. Do you remember, have you ever watched Coronation Street? Do you remember any of the characters? Well, one that's been on it for ages, Roy. He's like works at the cafe, old dude.
Yeah.
It's just like someone's filmed their TV like, I can't believe this just happened in an episode. It's like Cradle of Filth are playing like over the radio, and some woman's like, God, what is this? Like absolute garbage or whatever, and Roy's just like, I think this is a Cradle of Filth, if my memory serves me correctly. It's just really funny. Old ass Roy knowing who Cradle of Filth are. It's literally like, oh wow. Oh, so
playing at a little cafe.
Yeah, he's like sweeping like, yeah, I think this is Cradle of Filth. Yeah. Oh, love
Insane.
it. Love old Roy.
Insane.
Get on, Roy.
So, shall we move on to our first segment?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Let's check out the bit of paper.
Netflix and Spill.
Netflix and Spill.
That's good. Wow.
Wow. Netflix and Spill, we're here again. Have you been watching anything? Have you had any recommendations? Because I sure as hell have. I pronounce that really thoroughly.
I haven't had any recommendations, but I did start watching something.
Did you?
Yeah, it's very rare for me.
What did you watch?
I watched Midnight Gospel.
Ooh, was that a film?
No, TV show. Midnight Gospel, it's basically it's the same creator of Adventure Time. So, because that's finished, I think that ended like 2 years ago now. And this is like his next thing. Mental, really weird. So weird.
Like, what was it about?
It's quite hard to explain because I see a lot of similarities in like the illustrations and like the drawings of Adventure Time in this, which is quite nice because Adventure Time's universe was just mental. It's like a podcast mixed with fictional story. So there's one main character that just is like kind of the only staple in each episode. He's the only like character that returns. And then every episode there's a new person and they're basically on a podcast.
Okay.
And they're like in a studio and they have like a conversation. But while they're having a conversation, they'll drop in a couple lines of like script that will relate to what you're watching. So like the main character, he lives on this like weird planet and then he goes into a simulation which sends him to an Earth in the multiverse.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you watch it, it's a lot less confusing because you just kind of like take it in.
Yeah.
But explaining it sounds mental. So basically he then goes to these planets and just experiences stuff. So the first one he goes to is Earth, but it's being overrun by zombies. And he goes and meets the president of that Earth and they just have a podcast chat while at the same time they're going like through scenery, like killing zombies and like fighting off stuff. And they'll just like drop a couple lines here and there. Or if they're still talking and they go like over a bump in a car, their like voices will... So they'll be talking and be like... Yeah, so they'll be talking and be like, oh yeah, and like carry on talking.
What's that on? Is that on Netflix?
Netflix. It's a Netflix original. I kind of ended up just having it on the background because it was quite a lot.
Yeah, it does sound pretty insane.
Hearing like this like really heavy real life stuff about death, but then seeing visuals of like just insane trippy things, it's quite a lot. Yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend. I don't know if I like it.
Well, if you're already putting it on in the background and not really paying attention fully,
yeah,
it can't be that engrossing.
Yeah,
or it's just so confusing that you just can't connect to anything.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's just so heavy.
Well, there you have it. Do not watch that. Don't bother.
Moving on swiftly.
Moving on.
AD
baby.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching something that isn't particularly new for me to watch, but
Is it Friends?
There's a new episode that's just come out of this particular show. Basically, it's a Vice series.
Oh yeah.
It's called The Dark Side of the Ring, which is basically, it's on its second series at the moment.
Is it about WWE?
It's about wrestling in general. It's about each episode focuses on like a different infamous like tragedy or incident that's happened within the world of wrestling. You know, a lot of the incidents happen in WWE.
What are some of the...
Basically, I wanted to talk about it because the latest episode that's just come out is one of the most highly anticipated because it's a very touchy subject that doesn't really get highlighted or talked about, especially in like documentary form. That's basically an incident that happened in 1999 in WWE, then WWF.
Yeah.
Where a wrestler by the name of Owen Hart, very popular wrestler, died live on air at pay-per-view.
What?
So basically his gimmick at the time, his character was called the Blue Blazer, and he was like a superhero character.
Yeah.
And for this pay-per-view, he was scheduled to have a match with a wrestler called The Godfather, and his entrance was, he was supposed to be rappelled down from the top of the arena.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This big superhero-like entrance, and he's got like a quick release harness so that he can come straight down to the ring, flip this harness and be instantly ready to go in the ring.
Yeah.
So basically he fell 80 feet to his death, landed chest first on the top rope, and
Jesus
died in front
Christ.
of 20,000 whatever,
like a live
capacity.
audience and
Live audience.
people watching.
Yeah, people watching at home, but it's shrouded in so much like mystery because when it happened, a promo for the match was playing. So it was like this pre-taped promo of the Blue Blazer, Owen Hart, like talking about the match, like, I'm going to kick your ass and blah, blah, blah. That was playing on the screen, and that's what people saw at home. So he was up there waiting for that to finish for his, then his music would hit and he would come down. But something went wrong up there. People still don't really know what happened, but his quick release
must have
triggered and he fell. But the most controversial aspect of that was Vince McMahon decided to keep on with the show. So there's a 15-minute period where he was just lying in the ring.
Oh my god.
And all these EMTs and paramedics were there, took him backstage and stuff, and they were trying to resuscitate him and all this sort of stuff.
Was he like dead on impact? So he was laying dead.
He
in the
died
ring.
of just blunt force, like
Jesus.
trauma. But JR, Jim Ross, is there ringside when it happened. Obviously, like when after the promo happened and they realised like something was wrong, the cameras are just showing the crowd. Yeah. So people watch it who paid for this pay-per-view at home are just watching crowd shots. Yeah. And there's this just like really this weird murmur in the audience where everyone's talking amongst themselves, like what the hell's going on? Yeah. And JR's kind of like having to ad-lib updates that he has no idea what's going on. He's just there like, this is not part of the show. This is as real as this isn't a storyline for wrestling. And 15 minutes kind of go by where Owen's backstage and JR's kind of just like on camera, like trying to just talk the audience through what's happening. Yeah. And he's waiting for some updates in his headset. Someone from backstage is like, right, JR, we need you to update everyone on the situation. He's like, I don't know what the update is, no one's told me. He's like, Owen Hart's dead and you're back in 10, 9. So he had 10 seconds to process that information.
Oh my god.
But the thing is, when he announced the death, the people in the audience didn't know. They didn't hear that. Only the people at home heard the message. So Vince didn't want the people in attendance to know because he wanted to carry on the show. Oh my god. So they carried on. Like, the really bad thing is, you can watch it on the WWE Network now because they kind of like, when it happened, they erased that whole pay-per-view from their archives. They didn't want to show any of it. But now a very heavily edited version of that pay-per-view is on WWE Network, and you can see exactly where the shift in when it happened is, because like, really, first of all, there's his blood is still on the ring, god, like on the canvas, and there's a slight dip in the canvas of where like the impact was. Yeah, like the wrestlers are kind of like teary-eyed, still trying to wrestle. Like
knowing that one of their
best friends,
fellow wrestlers, literally just died.
It's a really interesting documentary or episode anyway, because his family, like his wife and his kids, it's like the first time they've ever done like a documentary or been on camera talking about it. That is pretty heartbreaking, pretty crazy. But a really cool thing of why I started watching that documentary series, other than the topic, I love wrestling, but Jason Eisner created it, and he is the guy who did VHS 2. He did the Alien Slumber Party.
No way.
Bit. And
like, so he's the best one in VHS 2.
Yeah, because I've followed him on Instagram since that came out, and I actually spoke to him on Instagram back in like 2013, because he liked one of my pictures or one of my posts that I did about VHS 2, and to see him now like kind of climbing the ranks. He's created his own like Vice series, and it's doing really well. Like Dwayne Johnson has been like doing posts on his Instagram about the series. That's cool. Telling people to watch it and stuff.
You always worry that like people like Dwayne Johnson wouldn't enjoy seeing something like that, but
yeah, well he was there. He wrestled right after it happened.
Oh, really?
Like he was in a match after that.
God, I can't believe that. I'd never heard that happening.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Apparently there is, obviously, because what the cameras were on for the show went on Owen, but all those cameras
they weren't
all
like
around the arena were still rolling.
Yeah.
And apparently the footage does exist. It's kind of been like urban legend for years and years since it happened, but apparently it's a videotape under lock and key that says "do not watch." Like literally, really? As like cliche as that sounds, his footage is there for like legal reasons. Like they couldn't destroy it, but it's basically never ever going to be seen by anyone ever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I feel like if there's a video of anybody dying, I feel like all that footage is just kept for like police to keep hold of.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's why the controversial move to carry on the show was so like impactful, is because it was essentially a crime scene. Yeah, it should have been treated as like, we need to clear this area out and investigate like what happened, because a guy has just fallen 80 feet to his death.
Yeah, because because obviously this is major conspiracy or whatever, but if he was murdered, like if someone pulled the cord or whatever, they would have just been given how long is the show for?
2 hours, I think.
They would have just been given 2 hours to like clean up and get out.
Yeah,
that is
just horrific. Like, cannot believe something like that happened.
So what is that series called?
The Dark Side of the Ring.
The Dark Side of the Ring, and it's on Vice.
First season is on Now TV and all 4 in the UK.
Oh, okay,
but
cool.
season 2 is only in America at the moment, so I'm ashamed to say I watched it kind of on
other means.
It was YouTube.
Just VPN it.
No.
That takes us on to our sponsor.
Nice.
ExpressVPN. No, I'm joking.
ExpressVPN. No, I do have some recommendations that did come in from last episode.
What are these recommendees?
So Sarah Packer.
Oh yeah.
The wonderful Sarah Packer,
cat lady herself,
has recommended Hunters, the series Hunters, which is on Amazon Prime, and she said it has a good Tarantino vibe to it.
Ooh.
And Logan Lerman gave a really strong performance in it, and she was pleasantly surprised with how much she enjoyed it. So there you go. Josh Ayres.
Oh yeah.
He gave me a ring yesterday. He was just checking in after the podcast went out. But he said that there's another BBC iPlayer gem that he enjoys. Is a series called The Detectorists.
Okay.
It's a really hard one to say.
The Detectorists.
The Detectorists, which is basically about the lives of 2 eccentric metal detectorists. It sounds like I'm just going...
It does.
The Detectorists, which he was very adamant about me checking out.
Yeah.
Got my mum and dad on The Sopranos, finally.
Oh, lovely stuff.
After, like, God knows how long. Just gave him the Blu-ray set. Just like, yeah, you're on lockdown, watch it. Breaking Bad, it took them forever to get on it.
Yeah.
Because they were still wrapped up in the whole Peaky Blinders...
Ugh.
malarkey. It's just like, okay, yeah, and now they're like this with Sopranos. They're just absolutely loving it.
Nice.
That's pretty much Netflix and Spill over and done with.
Yeah.
I feel like I talked about Owen Hart dying for about 10 hours.
To be honest, that was a really interesting story.
Was it? Did I tell it all right?
Yeah, I've never heard that story before, and if you could have seen me, my mouth was open the whole time. I was just like,
jaw to the floor.
Wow! I was like that.
Yeah.
And now we're moving on to Banger of the Week.
Banger of the bloody week.
Oh, this is a banger. Now let's just see what this is about.
Should we start with Aiden?
Oh, switching it around. Yeah, all right.
Yeah?
I'm up for this.
Tell us a little bit about your Banger of the Week.
So my Banger of the Week is another UK small band called Projector.
Oh, okay.
3-piece band. I don't know where they're from. And I don't want to sound like I just continuously lark on about them. Lark, bark, I don't know what I'm saying here. But I discovered them through Kid Capici.
Oh, okay.
Basically, they were the support act for them when I saw them in Bristol.
Oh, nice.
After every song they played, me and Tash were looking at each other like, oh, I like that one. Oh, that sounded good. And
yeah.
Just instantly like, oh, I'm going to fucking look this up when I get home.
Yeah.
So they're called Projector. They're a 3-piece band. It's a girl called Lucy on lead vocals, but she also plays the bass. It's just a really cool band dynamic. There's a lead guitarist who also kind of takes lead vocals on some songs. They kind of like switch.
Oh, okay.
Just good old-fashioned rock music. It's got very like kind of Nirvana-y vibes here and there.
Oh, nice.
The song is called Superstar. It's one of their latest singles, and check it out.
Don't wanna be a woman with a smile like flat champagne. I don't wanna dig around until my fingers hit bone, but it makes no sense to try and keep trying as hard as you tried before. But we're not from here, and I'm a ghost at home anyway. Tell me how it's gonna be different in America, 'cause I don't I'm a ghost at home anyway. Tell me how it's gonna be different in America, 'cause I don't. Tell me how it's gonna be different when we get home, 'cause I don't. Wanna run now. Wanna run now. Tell me how it's gonna be. Tell me how it's gonna be.
There we have it. Projector with Superstar.
That was really good.
That's my banger. That's a banger. Proper banger.
Well, it felt like it was really short, so that's a good.
It's a good sign.
Yeah, it's a good
Flies
sign.
by.
I loved the like atmospheric guitar.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
First thing I noticed when watching them live was his like guitar work.
Yeah.
Really interesting as well. He never used a pick the entire time playing all these songs.
Really?
Yeah, he just like either used a really like straight thumb
Yeah.
for these like really heavy like riffs.
Like slapping it like as a bass.
Yeah, and just like proper flicking. I was like, that just makes it so much cooler. Like I tried playing some of these like riffs myself without a pick, and I was like, I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Maybe he's just got a really long nail.
Maybe.
Did you look? Did you
didn't.
ask? Hey mate, can I see your nails?
Let's have a look at your nails then. 9 inch then. Them
Oh,
nails.
nice. Nice.
No.
Creed.
Wow, what do you think? That was Projective Superstar. Good
I
song.
liked it. Are they
Yeah.
on Spotify?
They certainly are.
Mate, get streaming.
They're on Roadkill Records, and as soon as I got back from the gig, I had their LP in my hands within 3 days, playing it on the old turntable. Oh, it's good stuff.
Good stuff. Should we move on to fabulous stories from our friends?
Let me tell you something, shitbird. You ain't gonna believe this.
Now this is a story all about him. Wow, really? Well, then tell it to me.
Hello?
Hello, is that Faye Donachie?
It sure is.
Hey, you're on the Only Ones Laughing podcast. Can you believe it?
Blown my mind.
How lucky
Didn't
you
see
are.
it coming.
It may feel like you've told this story about 100,000 times, but it's
Yeah, I was just saying to Tom that it happened so long ago that it's quite hard to remember the full details. And then Tom was like, tell me the story again in preparation. And I was like, oh my God, I remember every minute of it.
you can't forget something like that.
Paint us a picture. Where were you?
I'll set the scene.
Yeah.
I was at Plymouth College of Art. I think I'd just started my first year of my degree. And on your first year of your degree, you have a lot of stuff to carry. I had a backpack full of stuff. I had a portfolio under my arm, A2 size. You're already laughing. Living my typical uni life, so I'm pretty sure I had like a denim skirt on and some leggings, rocking that look.
Yeah.
So getting the bus home, shouldn't have really got the bus home anyway, so it's probably punishment because I could have walked it. Typical teenager, jumped on to the back of the bus with all the cool kids, and then I was really close to my stop, and I am unfortunately the kind of person that doesn't read the signs that says please wait till the bus has stopped before you stand up and leave the bus. So I stood up as the bus was still driving. I was right at the back, and just as I was about to put my foot down the step to leave the bus stopped abruptly. And from all I can really remember seeing is that I was at the back of the bus, and then I blinked and I was looking at the bus driver. But what I do remember is as I fell, I felt my whole backpack fling over my head. And I just remember looking at the bus driver and the fear in her eyes. Just pure trauma.
Wasn't she like, oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, she's just like, are you alright? like it was my fault. Like I'm the idiot. But yeah, since then I don't really stand up on buses any earlier than you should, because it's very dangerous. I do believe there probably is some sort of CCTV footage out there of me doing a full scorpion. That's the only way I can imagine how my backpack ended up on my front.
The momentum of it pulling you.
And then I just remember having to just abruptly stand up and just kind of get off the bus and just wait to see like how I felt after.
There was no time when you were on the bus to feel any pain.
No, like literally it's just so numb with pure embarrassment.
How many people were on the bus?
I didn't even look. I didn't even turn around.
Did not look back.
I just knew there was definitely about 10 to 15 people on that bus because it was during rush hour.
Oh my god.
Was there like a collective gasp or something, or like a when they saw you flying?
I can imagine there probably was, but I genuinely, like, you know when your ears are like ringing and your head is just like really full and you're just like, I need to get off this bus right now.
I guarantee there was just roars of laughter when the bus pulled away and you had left.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've all had great enjoyment with me on the bus. There's been many times. There was one time I was on the bus listening to music, looking out the window with pure passion of this song, thinking I'm in a music video, and then the bus stops and I smack my head on the window.
Yeah, I think it's a fair assessment to say that you are kind of accident prone.
Oh yeah, no, ridiculous. It's actually a bit painful sometimes, the situations I get myself into.
Yeah, although this is quite an outrageous situation, it's not the first, and it sure as hell won't be the last.
I mean, just before you phoned, I've just glued my fingers together and Tom's just had to peel that off.
What?
God, I love that story.
Yeah, never gets old. So thanks for coming on and telling that absolute banger.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Faye.
Bye, Faye.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh,
Good
God.
storyteller, actually.
It's such a good story. Just the like mental image of Faye sliding like down the length of a bus on her face with a backpack over her head, handful of A2 sketchbook,
It's the two steps up to the back of the bus, like she had that height as well to fly. The fact that she didn't hit any of the like yellow posts that you hold on to,
like,
she
'cause
just
they're so narrow until you get to like the disabled area, and it like opens
so
up,
funny.
but they're like
just full like Superman, the backpack like projecting her forward.
Oh God, flipping her over even more. So funny.
Standing up next to the driver, like.
I guarantee it was one of those things where like
There it is.
whoa, there's the voice crack. I guarantee it was one of those things where you blink and then you're just hurt and you're on the floor.
God,
because you kind of just like close your eyes during.
I can't imagine the embarrassment. That's Faye.
Have you ever had anything embarrassing happen to you on a bus?
Not on a bus. I mean, there's the incident of when me and Tash were flying back from Italy. I really needed a wee.
I don't know if I remember this.
Okay, so we're flying back from Italy, and I'm so cautious of having embarrassing stuff happen to me.
Yeah, you're always on the lookout, and like
I saw Tash just come back from the toilet herself.
Yeah,
and I realised
I never pee.
No, I never get up and go to the toilet on a plane. I've never really like done it. So like I'm not very well versed in just getting up and having a wee on a plane. Like it's nothing. So Tash came back and I was like, right, I really need a piss and I can't hold it in. So where is the toilet? Where have you just gone?
Oh yeah, I remember now.
And she was like, literally just there, through that and just to the left. And I was like, there, literally there, yeah.
See, Aiden as well is one of these people that like, because he plans so far ahead to make sure nothing embarrassing happens, he will take your exact word for what to do when it's something you don't know.
I like triply asked her. I was like, seriously, so I just go through there and to the left, there's the toilet, it's going to be there, yeah? She's like, yes, God's sake. But obviously she wasn't like giving me full-on directions.
Yeah, she just presumed you knew where a toilet was.
Yeah, she assumed I'd done it 100 times. And yeah, I ended up going. I mean, the story's been exaggerated so much to like a funny place. Like, but I went to the left, and I just the first door that I saw was like it was tall because I know plane toilets are small, But it kind of ended up being like a sort of like cabinet or something where they put like cups and plates.
It's like
and
all
shit.
the peanuts.
Yeah, probably. It was just like the snack cupboard or something, and I was just there like full on pulling on the handle. Like, what the fuck?
Just trying to open it.
Fucking open! And then it ended up, I was there so long, Tash like, what the hell is he doing? And she ended up coming up and going, Aiden, there! And I was like, oh God. And I literally, I was in the toilet, and I could barely come out. I was like, I have to walk past now. And I did walk like back to my seat, and there were people laughing at me.
Really?
People that were at the front, because I think it was an American couple or something, like in the seats opposite us, and they were like, they said to Tash like, I think your friend needs some help.
Because in our friend group, it's got exaggerated too that Aidan was pulling on the door handle for the plane.
Yeah, I was just trying to open the door to the actual plane.
Trying to get out of the plane.
Yeah.
And that couple was just like, your friend.
Don't. I'm just like, what the hell's going on? But yeah, no, it was some like cabinet thing. It was just like a long door.
It was like not a cabinet for you.
No, it was locked. That's why I couldn't open it, and I was just there pulling on it. I was like, yeah, so annoyed with myself and Tash. I was fuming at Tash because like, you should have just, put it in black and white, layman's terms.
You should have come with me.
Sitting back down, and I was
headphones in, head down.
Yeah, luckily it wasn't too much longer. I wish I just pissed myself, to be honest.
That's
it would have been
so
less
good.
embarrassing. But yeah, I thought I'd tell that one instead of Tash coming on and just telling the wrong version. That was trying to get on the wing of the plane or something. You do tell a good story of which kind of relates to Faye's, similar to her falling on her face, that guy who fell out the sky. When you tell that one.
Oh God, yeah. So this whole story is again really short, but it like, if anything like this happens to like around me and Aiden when we're together, the story will never die, and it just gets exaggerated more and more.
But this isn't like the way you're going to tell it. It's not an exaggeration. This is genuinely what.
It's just what happened.
Right, we've teased it enough. Go.
So we were heading into town, and we parked up in this sort of somewhat secret space because it's free. Parked up in there. It's kind of this like narrowish back street. We're getting out of the car, and as we're getting out, I can see up the road there's a kid like bombing it down on a bike. I say kid, he was old enough to be in university.
Yeah.
At least. So I saw him coming down the road. Like, I just sort of saw him in my peripheral. Got out of the car, and then Aiden gets out the car as well. Does not see him at all.
Yeah.
And he does that thing where you get out the car, but you sort of turn to face the back of the car. So he wasn't looking up the road where this biker was coming from. And then I go to like shut my door and just hear this almighty like crash and like guttural noises of just like and just like the scraping of metal and stuff. Like, because I didn't see it happen, but I come round my car and Aiden's just like looking at me, and there's just a dude on the floor tangled in his bike just by Aiden's feet.
Yeah, he literally within like a single frame, he was just at my feet, literally like he fell out of the sky.
Yeah, he literally, because Aiden had his back to him, didn't see him coming at all, didn't know he was on the road.
It could have been deadly. He could have really taken me out. Like,
and he just did that thing where you forget which way your brakes. You forget that your brakes are the way round that they are. So he pulled the front brake and went over the handlebars. And he was foreign. So
he was like a foreign student, wasn't he?
He was a foreign student, and his first language wasn't English. And we could tell because he didn't know really what to say. So he was like landed at our feet. And like we're like trying to pull the bike off him because it's like his leg is somehow through the frame around the handlebars. He's just like absolute mess. I feel like we've all been there as kids. You like pull the front brake after going really fast. Choking on my spit. And And yeah, Aidan was just stood there in like complete shock.
Yeah, I didn't initially go to help him or anything. I was just kind of like looking at you, like, what the hell?
So I like come round my car and like help take the bike off him. And he just like is sort of face down on the ground. And he like turns around, looks up at us, and holds his hands out almost as if there's a bowl in them, just showing us his palms. And he goes, "My hands."
Like when you peel all the skin back on your hands and you take a bad fall on
Like
concrete.
really grazed on like the palm of your hand. And he just shows us them and just goes, "My hands."
Tangled up in his bike, looking up at us from our feet. My hands. Just, oh my god, are you alright, mate? Jesus. Where did you come from?
And he was just, felt so bad because he was obviously so embarrassed, and he just like slowly picks himself up, gets his bike, and just hobbles off around the corner because I think he like ripped his jeans.
It was a mess. Like, Jesus Christ. And that was us done for the whole day. We were just fucking...
Because we were like, do you want us to go and get
out.
someone? Like, are you okay? And he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it, I'm fine." And just like walks off. And we're just like, what the hell just happened?
We did not help at all because we were like, we did that whole thing where we were doing all the actions like we were helping him, but we weren't actually like, we weren't putting any strength in to actually pick him up or anything because we
don't know what to do.
Yeah, so we were just kind of touching him whilst he got up.
Yeah, it was just so random. I think he'd obviously been coming down the hill pretty fast, and then
was like, oh shit.
I guess just didn't see Aidan last minute and like went to slow down, but accidentally slammed on his front brake and went over the handlebars while trying to probably swerve round Aidan. And then lands at his feet, and Aidan just gives him a blank stare, just like, "What?
Hello?" Oh god, yeah, it was the guttural noise.
Yeah.
Of like hitting the floor. And probably like, you know, flinging over the handlebars, losing control of your body. You just have that like,
Your stomach goes, you try and catch it by clenching.
Oh god, yeah, that's one of my favourites. I can't believe
such a ridiculous story.
he couldn't have picked two worse people to do that in front of.
Yeah, because we'll like help him, but then as soon as he was round the corner, we just burst out laughing.
Yeah, and here we are telling it on a podcast to the millions of fans listening.
I was quite surprised we didn't just laugh in his face.
Serves him right for bombing down the hill. I think that's a good little bunch of stories we've just laid on you for free, might I add.
For free, yeah, you can have that one.
People usually pay for these.
Yeah.
Bloody gold, absolute golden nuggets.
Gold bullion.
It's time for Rob's banger. I'm looking forward to this.
Banger of the week.
Oh, this is a banger. Banger. Now let's just see what this sounds like.
So, my song this week is Beyond a Banger. It is so good.
Oh, okay.
I'm like absolutely obsessed with it.
Very confident from the get-go.
Yeah.
Bold statement.
It's just so good. I feel like it's probably not what you're going to be expecting, but I came across it because the song I chose last week, I was on Spotify, played that song like I normally do, but then did the Spotify radio thing where it like selects a load of songs based off of that one song you're playing and then just shuffles them. It basically just makes like a playlist on the fly, but it's revolved around that artist you chose.
Right.
And this song came up in that, and it was just one of those ones where it's like on in the background, and it kind of like really caught my attention. Yeah, and I just can't stop listening to it. It's the only song he's got on Spotify. It hasn't got like anything else on there, but he's got like 800,000 daily listeners. He's got one song.
Who is it?
He's called Bickle. Bickle.
Bickle.
Yeah, Bickle. But I did a bit of digging on YouTube, and he has got a few more songs, but they're just on YouTube. So I imagine this is just like the first thing he's like properly releasing. Really small. I like came across his Instagram as well. Like only got 2,000 followers, but I don't know. I feel like this guy is gonna get picked up.
Well, this is a common theme with Rob. He'll find a song on Spotify, and then it'll end up being freaking number one later on down the line, like a year later.
Yeah.
Because what did that happen with?
Dominic Fike, 3
Dominic
Nights.
Fike, yeah.
Yeah.
3 nights in the hotel by the street light. All that. Yeah, Rob showed me that bloody yonks ago, and then Because he only had like 3 songs or something, wasn't it? Like an EP.
Yeah, just one EP on
And that was on there.
Spotify.
And we were in work and he was like, oh mate, this tune is absolute banger. And then fast forward a year and a bit and it's
I feel like this
summer's
song,
biggest song.
I feel like this song fits into it. I think if the right people hear it, it will get radio time.
Right, well, what's the song called?
Naked?
Did you say that before?
No, I don't think I did.
I can't remember.
Song is
Naked by Bickle.
Yeah, Naked by Bickle.
Life can't be a drag, but you can't drag it backwards. You clean yourself up after you're done crying. 'Cause even when you hate it, you know your favorite song. And dance like you are naked. So someone switch the speakers on. You're trying to control it, but we both know you won't. You'd rather eat a bullet than hear another note. Give in to the rhythm within. Time won't stop, it keeps on ticking. Give in to the rhythm within. Time won't stop, it keeps on ticking. Give in to the rhythm within. Time won't stop, it keeps on ticking. Give in to the rhythm within. Time won't stop, it keeps on ticking.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. Bickle.
Naked.
It's there's just something about it. It's just got a really good feel to it. I don't know. It's every now and then there's a song that comes along where it feels like they've been told a formula that no one else has been told.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that just works. It just sounds really good.
Yeah, I can imagine that being on the radio.
Yeah. I always feel like as well there's songs that get popular on the radio that play with the line of explicit.
Mm-hmm.
So they like mention a few words that just sensitive people will even find like, oh.
Yeah.
But it can still be played on the radio because it's not actually, it doesn't really matter. So I always thought that with like Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon. It was like a bit risky.
Suggestive.
Yeah.
But they kind of dance around it a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's very very funky.
Yeah.
Very summery.
I'm gutted that that's like the only thing on Spotify because I just want to hear more. But
from the UK, you said?
Yeah, I think they're UK. I really don't know a lot about them because there's just not much
Not much
out there.
yeah.
But if you did like that song, I would recommend watching the music video. It's quite cool. It's just like stop motion photos, but it just fits the vibe of the song really well.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the old gym playlist. Yeah.
But yeah, cool.
Nice. Very good. Very good pick
Thank you.
for round 2.
Yeah, so stream it on Spotify now.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
What are you laughing at? Right, so we're back again with 2 celebrity laughs each that we're going to guess who they belong to.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? You go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah. What the I don't know.
An insane laugh. Should I play it again?
One more time.
One more time. Oh yeah, we're restricting it this week to only allowed to hear it 2 or 3 times.
3 maximum.
3 times maximum. Okay, here we go again. No ideas?
Is that... yeah, we're only allowed one guess as well. Is it Jack Nicholson?
No. That's a good guess though. I can see where you come from.
Who is that?
Denzel Washington?
What film's that from?
I don't know. Training Day?
Training Day? Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's quite a funny edit that they've done of it as well.
It's weird because I was thinking about doing Denzel Washington on the first week.
Really?
Yeah, because I have a laugh of his in mind that I always think of.
Yeah.
Did not have a clue with that one. I thought it was Jack Nicholson, my guy.
I get that, my guy.
Alright then, well that's...
Here we go. This is Aiden's first What You Laughing At pick. Oh, what? I feel like I really recognise that.
Want it again?
Yeah. Oh god, this is so hard. Anybody at home know who this is?
I feel like it's quite signature and he's very well known for it. One more? This can only be your last one.
Oh god. I feel like it's another Jackass guy.
Well, give it your best shot.
I don't know their names. The dude that did the like Pooh Mountain thing from Jackass.
Dave England.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Ah.
It is, in fact, Brad Pitt.
Oh.
That's the scene in Fight Club where he's getting the shit kicked out of him and he's continuously laughing whilst he's like getting his teeth knocked out. And
yeah.
it gets... I was going to play the bit like where his laugh is just outrageous, but you can hear the punches and it would just confuse it even more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Brad Pitt.
That was quite a hard one.
I don't know. And people at home would have known what that was.
Yeah, probably.
Rob's a very special case when it comes to films and
yeah, I've never seen Fight Club.
Haven't you?
Yeah,
you have.
Yeah, I've.
It was believable.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Here's my second laugh.
Hit me.
We got this. He's amazing. Yeah. So we're in the same.
I'll give you the hint that
That's Jimmy Fallon, isn't it?
he's the person's on Jimmy Fallon.
Adele?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adele.
I was hesitant because that was kind of like one of our examples when we were thinking of this game. It's like everyone knows Adele's laugh.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that.
So you just gave me the points for that one.
Ah,
Cheers.
shut up.
Easy.
Nah. Here we go. Is Aiden's second What You Laughing At laugh. No pressure. Jimmy Carr.
Oh, he's got it.
That's such a famous loof.
Famous. I feel like we need to get the we need to get the iconic ones done. We just had a message from Tim Dickinson, our former teacher in college. What do you think he said?
Dream Team.
Yep, that's it. Always put Dream Team. Cheers, Tim. Shout out to Tim Dickinson. Love that guy. Who won? Wait, we both just got one each, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
So 1-1. So it's
1-1.
a draw this week.
Yeah.
I won last week with that
You didn't.
when I answered that Matthew McConaughey one in record time.
Oh, yeah. And with so
Blind.
much confidence.
Confidence. I was like, that's Matthew McConaughey.
Let's
Play
get a
this
bow
one out.
and some wrapping paper and wrap this up.
Yeah, it's been good fun, this one.
It's been emotional.
I feel like this is going to be really short. But I feel like my Owen Hart story went on for about an hour as well.
Oh, I could listen to that all day.
Could you? Thanks for listening. Thank you to Faye Elliott.
Yeah.
Actually, let me scrap that one and start again. Faye Donachie for coming on and telling that blinder of a story of the bus scorpion. We will one day find that footage.
Yeah, that
City
has.
bus.
It's got to be out there. If you've got a good story, let us know.
Let us know. We record on Saturdays, midday,
Yeah,
and
We
let
can
us
give
know
you a
and we'll
phone
call
call.
you up.
yeah. You don't
Let's
have to
do
tell
that,
us
yeah.
the story beforehand. Shock value goes a long way.
Yeah. Let's wrap this one up. Thanks
Cool.
again, guys.
Thank you so much.
See you next week.
Thank you. Bye.